Today we take a look at 100 random acts of kindness that will make you cry. These divers spotted a baby dolphin that had gotten caught in some strings and they pulled the poor thing out of the water to help it out and then freed it again.
Lugar certo, olha. Cara, ganhei o ano. Tadinho do bichinho, olha. Os caras na rede, o bichinho, ó. Vai embora, vai pra casa, vai. Hey, alegria,
A man in Canada spotted a beaver struggling to carry some wood over the road, so the kind man stopped his car in the middle of the road and got out to help him. When a cute puppy escaped from the pet hotel, the first thing he did was go to some random elderly people eating and gave them some snuggles. When these two brothers were out walking in the woods, the puppy noticed that his brother needed some help getting a stick over a log, so he went back to help him out. This seal noticed that his caretaker seemed tired cleaning his pool, so he tried helping out by sliding all over the floor. You tell me if it worked out. When this monkey got up in the tree, he noticed that his brother Tarzan was struggling to get up, so he lended him a helping hand and even gave him a nice hug afterwards. Who needs a back scratcher when you got a dog like this one?
Floyd, scratch it, baby, scratch it. Scratch it, scratch it. Oh yeah, scratch it. Oh yeah. Scratch it, baby, scratch it. Oh yeah, thank you.
The day before a flood was expected, dozens of people in this village helped move a house out of the danger zone so it wouldn't get caught in the flood the next day. This is truly humanity at its finest. This kind man made a nice little pond for a bird to enjoy a little drink after he found him outside injured, and the man later adopted the little bird. Sometimes all you need in the world is just a little push to get things right. When the man was installing his new TV, he needed a little help to get the cords through a tiny hole, so that's when his little helper came to the rescue. When an ice hockey player was struggling to get out of the field due to an injury, his teammate gave him a little push that seemed to do the trick. This guy with no arms was struggling to jump on this box several times. Luckily his friends didn't give up on him and stick with him and motivated him till he finally got it. This guy standing in the back of the truck might be a little confused, but at least he got the spirits of trying to help, which is all that really matters. Again in this clip, sometimes doing a random act of kindness might not work, but it's the thought that counts. A man spotted a stray cat desperately in need for some water, so helped the poor little kitty out from a public fountain. When the rodent was standing in the middle of the road, a kind man stopped to put it out of harm's way and back with its family before things started getting ugly. In Seville, Spain, during quarantine, a fitness instructor hosted workouts on top of a roof and people joined in for free from their balconies. This motorcyclist noticed a guy running in the 110-degree heat to catch his bus to work, so he stopped and picked him up. This man on the right took his sneakers off and gave them without hesitation to a barefooted homeless man on the subway. This is what I call an everyday hero. On this construction site, the workers noticed that a fox had its tail stuck under a big rock, so they all took a break for work to help aggressive thing get his tail freed. These Russians rescued the Red Deer from a frozen river in Siberia and sheltered him and nursed him back to full strength again before letting him in run free again. This dog got stranded by the incoming tide and couldn't swim to safety, so a good coast guard came to the rescue and helped the good boy out of trouble. When his sister was cleaning, the brother wanted to help out and they went and knocked on as well as you would have thought, but it's the thought that counts at the end of the day. This caretaker helps out a panda who was stuck back up again after falling down the cliff. This couple was out on a bike ride. The wife, who's disabled, needed something to drink, so the husband helped her out. This man was soaking up the sun when he noticed a couple of construction workers who looked thirsty on a hot day, so he threw them a couple of beer cans for them to enjoy. This girl was doing pull-ups and needed help getting back into her wheelchair, so a stranger carried her back. A kid got overwhelmed with emotions when his favorite baseball player Mike Trout gave his ball to him. When this window cleaner was doing a job, he noticed that a cat was very curious to what he was doing, so he decided to play around with the little kitty. The coolest girl in the world shares a bit of her ice cream to her dog who needed something to cool him down on a hot day. When these kids were out going to a restaurant, this kid helped his little brother look presentable on their way out. This guy noticed that a sheep was stuck in the fence and he pulled over to help out the poor little thing and even went as far as to carry him over the fence back to where he belonged.
Okay, so he's got his barbed wire here. Mate. One, two, go.
When this traffic policeman spotted two dogs who were trying to cross the road, he stopped traffic to let the two good boys cross the road. A killer whale got stranded in Alaska and a bunch of residents rushed out to help him out of the sea again. This pirate was stuck on the ledge and was too scared to fly off, so a kind Samaritan took out a long stick to help him out.
There he goes.
Two surfers found the sea turtle struggling to swim and noticed it had a branch stuck in its hand, so they quickly helped the poor little thing out. When the hiker heard that a little lamb was screaming for help, he quickly rushed to the situation to help the poor little thing get out before things started getting ugly.
Okay. There you go. Hey, hey. It's alright, it's up there.
This stranger in China noticed a rough shepherd dog looking hungry and decided to give the poor thing some food for him to enjoy. This guy makes the stranger cry with some kind and encouraging words and a warm hug.
I'm blessed. I know I don't know you, but with everything going on in the world, I just want to let you know I love you, I respect you, and if I have to, I will protect you. You have a blessed day. Can I give you a hug?
I'm about to cry, bro.
It's all right, man. I love you, man.
People like you.
I love you, man.
I love you, man.
You have a blessed day,
Hey,
man, all right?
you too, man. Thank you.
No problem. All right, I love you. I love you.
I love you.
A worker noticed that a bird looked thirsty on a hot day and decided to share some of his water to the little one.
There you go.
These guys stopped the seal and headed down to remove some strings which the seal had been caught by. When these guys spotted a giraffe that had been caught by poachers there, they risked getting seriously injured to help the poor little thing get back up on its feet again. A kind Samaritan built a ramp for a duck and their duckling so they could go on a nice little walk in the grass. These divers noticed that a whale shark had a massive rope around him, so they quickly got to helping and freed him from humanity's mistake. This dog has a condition that makes it hard to get food down, so his owner built him this chair so that he can eat comfortably again. When this dog fell down the stairs, he was too scared to go down them ever again, so the owners installed some carpets to prevent it from happening again, and the good boy overcame his fear and is now going down there every single day. These couple of forest workers just spotted an owl stuck in a tree and rescued it before they cut down the rest of the tree. Meanwhile, the poor little owl was still sleeping. This store owner shares some of the store's bread to a couple of stray dogs who come there every single day. A baby cheered on his older brother with autism and cerebral palsy while he's dribbling a basketball, and this is what I call a real brotherhood. A cow seemed to be having the time of his life, receiving some nice scratches from a kind Samaritan. This worker might have potentially saved the little girl from a kidnapping situation when they spotted the shady man who was about to take her into his car. Luckily, the quick-thinking stranger pretended to be a friend and de-escalated the situation. These people on the beach saved a turtle that was desperately struggling to get out of the sea of strings. We're truly lucky to still have some good Samaritans left out in the world. This guy playing games on his phone on the subway lets a curious boy have a little fun. This guy helped save the life of a dog that fell down from the night story of his apartment complex. This man risked getting serious scratches on his hand to help a raccoon who had its head stuck in a can. This little crybaby was safe from the trash and returned to the ocean safe and sound. Some scientists gave up the testings to release the incredibly rare silky cephalocalemur respected wild game to not endanger it even more than it already was. This dad was caught red-handed, giving little birdie some nice rubberings after he previously came out and said he doesn't even like birds. This lady's wheelchair stopped working and she couldn't get home, but a knight in shining armor came to the rescue and helped her out. The guy spotted an exhausted bee at his home and gave him some honey to help him recover. This brave guy goes into the water and potentially risks his life to rescue Signet from potentially drowning after they'd be caught in the stream and couldn't get out. Some butchers apparently now accept cuteness as a payment method. This wild fox is very much cared for by his community, and you can see residents who constantly feed him and give him a rub whenever he is spotted. These humans spotted the snake that had been caught in some strings and risked getting bit, but it possibly poisoned to save the poor little snake. Basketball player Stephen Curry was spotted comforting this kid who had recently lost his father in a car accident. This caretaker at an animal sanctuary cuddled with a pig who really seemed to enjoy it. These rescuers tried to cool down the cobra after it had wandered into a village because of a drought and was desperately asking out for something to drink. This doggo doesn't like escalators, so his kind owner carried the good boy. This kid went the extra length to give his dog a treat. It might have not been as much as expected, but it's always the thought that counts when it comes to doing a kind act. This dog waited alone in the ice for 5 days before some rescuers arrived to the scene and saved the poor little boy before warming it up again and giving it back to the worried owners. This mascot could finally eat with a new 3D printed titanium prosthetic peak which he got gifted by some kind engineers who made it. This diver spotted the pufferfish with a hook stuck in his mouth and helped the little thing out before he swam away. This coast guard was seen looking over endangered turtles as they went about their day to protect them from fishermen. A firefighter risked falling into the ice to save a dog that was trapped in the middle of the icy river and couldn't get out. These guys finally found a sheep that had escaped and been on the run for several months, so they took it back and gave it a much needed trim. A construction worker with laser eyes noticed a frog stuck in the rocks and rescued it from being ran over.
Yeah. Oh man.
This girl took a beehive out from an old playground and gave them all a new and better home.
And underneath I found a beautiful bees. So I shook the bees off, carefully put them into the new hive for the bees. A really large colony, and the bees had built a lot of baby bees. So it took me a while and it was another great day of saving the bees.
This coast guard got a call that a dog had fell into the sea and quickly got to helping before the good boy drowned.
Hello mate, we got you.
When an eagle accidentally pushed the baby over the edge, some kind people who watched the webcam quickly got out to help. A man spotted an eagle stuck in some strings next to a lake and freed him before things got worse. This man was going out for a swim in his pool when he noticed that a bee had fell in, and so the kind guy saved the bee just before he was about to drown. A delivery driver noticed that the dog had gone out of the door all by himself, so he picked him up and gave him back to the owners before things could have gone bad. All the surfers at the beach noticed that an elderly man was struggling to ride the waves, so they all came together to help him fulfill one of his biggest dreams. This guy found some raccoons in a dumpster and helped them out of there.
Let me put it down. Let me put it down. Hold on, baby. There you go. 1, 2, 3. Hi guys.
While at the club, this girl tied a balloon to her drunk friend so she wouldn't lose sight of her. This little baby gave his cat a push to help her around the house. This dog had its tongue stuck on the floor. A kind Samaritan rushed out with a warm water to help the poor boy. These guys used a creative method to get a deer that was trapped in the middle of the ice get back to safety again. If you have enjoyed this kindness compilation, check this video out as well.